Good morning, and welcome to Photovoice Missouri's webinar. Today, we're going to explore captioning photos. My name is Jennifer Kaufman, and I am the Project Director for Photovoice Missouri at the Health Communication Research Center at the Missouri School of Journalism. By the end of today's presentation, you should know why the students need to caption their photos, what the students' captions should include, how to coach your students to write good captions, and what makes a good and less effective caption. Let's start off by talking about captions and why captions are such a vital component of Photovoice Missouri. Basically, this project gives young participants a unique voice, a way to both show and explain what's going on in their community and what they would recommend be changed based on what they see every day. Photovoice Missouri's topic is health. Specifically, the project exists to help students think about and express why they do or don't make healthy lifestyle choices. We also want the participants to tell us how and what could be changed in their community that would make it easier to lead healthy lives, both for themselves as well as their fellow community members. Photography is a very powerful way to communicate. Writing captions for their photos gives the students the added ability to explain to their audience what they were thinking when they took their photo and what they want their audience to see. There are many ways to view a picture. In fact, if 5 different people look at the same picture, they're likely to report seeing 5 different things. The caption, then, is the story behind the picture that the individual photographer wants to tell. For example, let's look at last year's winning Photovoice Missouri photo, both with and without the caption. In this photo, you can clearly see a girl running, and that's good, right? So, does the photographer want to laud this girl for exercising? Maybe. But you can also see that there are no sidewalks or street lights. Does the photographer want you to focus on the fact that there is no sidewalk on which the runner can exercise safely? Or does the photographer want you to see that there are no street lights, and adding lights would help the community make outdoor exercise safer? Or are you not supposed to be noticing any of those things? When we add in the caption, all of that becomes clear. The photographer wanted her audience to recognize that this girl was making a healthy choice by deciding to run. But the photographer also wanted her audience to see that adding sidewalks would be a huge step in ensuring runner safety. Additionally, the photographer explains in her caption that this is a particularly busy street and is also often used by runners in town. So the addition of sidewalks right here where she took the photo would likely mean more to the community because runners use this stretch of road all the time. We wouldn't know any of this without the caption. What makes a good caption? Writing good captions can be the trickiest part of Photovoice, according to many past participants. Where is the viewer supposed to focus? First, a good caption explains where the viewer is supposed to focus his or her attention. For example, look at this photo. It's of a park. In this one photo, there is grass, park equipment, trees, older swings, and even a few kids playing. So given all of those things, what is the viewer supposed to be paying attention to? The caption should tell us. According to the caption, the photographer wanted to convey that there is new park equipment here, that the park equipment makes their park better and more inviting to kids. Is this photo showing something that helps or hinders their community's ability to lead healthy lifestyles? The next question a good caption answers is just that, whether the photo illustrates something that helps or hinders their community's ability to make a healthy choice. Going back to our park example, the caption explains that this is new park equipment paid for by a 4-H fundraiser so that the park would be more inviting to kids. This is something we wouldn't know without the caption. The photographer specifically wanted her audience to know that the community came together and improved this park in a positive way. Only through the caption do we fully understand her intent. Next, if the photo shows something that stops folks from making healthy choices, what and who does the student recommend fix this problem? Often, the photographer takes a shot of something that they'd like to see changed in their community. They might do this by taking a photo of a need, like a lack of sidewalks or good play equipment. Or they might do this by showing damage to a wall, trash in a ball diamond, or an empty teen center. The caption is the place where the students both tell the audience what specifically needs to be changed, as well as who they suggest spearhead that change. Let's look at another example. This photograph shows a large field with some stairs and overgrown vegetation. So what is the photographer trying to convey here? When the caption gets added in, we now understand what we are seeing is an area that used to be a pond, called the Goose Pond area by the locals. This photographer thinks that if this area got fixed up, it would be a great place for kids to have ball games and other organized play. What's more, this photographer recommends that community business leaders all pitch in their time and financial resources to make this happen. Additionally, the photographer recommends that older kids volunteer to spruce up and then take care of the overgrown weeds and such. It's certainly an idea that the community could take a look at implementing, and putting some of the responsibility back on the kids shows just how serious this photographer is about the idea. As long as your students hit those main bullet points, they shouldn't have much trouble. What is the viewer seeing in the photo, or what's going on here? Does this photo show a way to make a healthy choice, or does it show something that stops people from making healthy choices? Explain the conclusion from question number 2 in a sentence or two. If this shows something that stops folks from making healthy choices, what and who does the students recommend the community do to fix this problem? It might seem as though following the bullet point guide doesn't leave your students any room for creativity. We certainly don't want to stifle the students' creativity. As long as they, somehow, include the main information, they can present it any way they wish. They can use hypothetical questions, metaphors, plays on words, anything that they believe helps deliver their ideas. If a student is having trouble, then following the bullet points in order can be helpful. However, if the student seems to grasp the basics, then by all means encourage them to have a little fun with it. Let's look at one more example in which the student had a bit of fun with his caption and his audience. In this photo, the photographer wanted to show everyone how the vending machine that offers the unhealthy sodas was hidden literally in a closet. On one hand, it's good that the locked closet isn't always available to the students. But on the other hand, it's also obvious that if the vending machine is in a lockable closet, it doesn't offer the world's healthiest choices either. So his caption, "Every day kids come out of the closet carrying their sodas," is a clever way to get people's attention. Remember, the students should be able to have fun with their captions. As long as they're covering the main points, they can be as creative as they wish. If you have any trouble with this process, you're welcome to email your Photovoice Missouri contact or call, and someone can walk you through the process. You can reach us at hcrc@missouri.edu, and we will respond. Thanks so much for participating today. Take care.